Sir, we are live now. Please start.
Okay, let's start the session. Very good evening, everyone. Before I start the session, I would like to thank NPTEL team for giving us an opportunity to present session on uh, decarbonization, digitalization, and campus to cooperate on, NPTEL platform. So I'm Naveen Gupta, working with Siemens as a portfolio consulting professional. Uh, Worked in various domains of power sector, power transmission, generation, distribution. I'll be presenting on decarbonization, digitalization in power sector. With me, my colleague, Mr. Purav Bhatt, will be presenting on campus to corporate. So let's begin the session. In October 21, news was floating across India. Every Indian was worried that are we heading towards a power blackout? Um, CEA stated that out of 135, 115 power plants, they are heading towards coal shortage. Not enough of coal was there to take care of power for 4 days. If you look at region-wise power generation in India, we understand that Western region is contributing maximum, that is around 36% of power generation in India, and followed by Southern region and Northern region. Southern region contributing 28%, Northern region 24%. That is total power generation in India is of 388 gigawatt. Out of that, 137 gigawatt is generated by Western region, including all sources of energy. Again, Southern region contributing 108 gigawatt, considering all sources of energy, followed by Northern Eastern region. If you look at category-wise installed generation capacity, you understand coal is contributing maximum. That is around 52% of power is getting generated by using coal as a fuel, followed by other sources of energy. Coal is a major contributor here. Why there is need for decarbonization here? We are talking about decarbonization now, but why there is a need? We understand combustion of coal adds significant amount of carbon dioxide to atmosphere, which results in global warming. IPCC recommends that we need to maintain global temperature to 1.5 degree, 1 to 1.5 degrees Celsius in order to reduce global warming. How we can do that? If we look at figures, energy sector is a major contributor to carbon emissions, which is reason for global warming. That is around 40% of uh, carbon emission is because of energy sector. Why so? Because if you look at previous slide here, energy sector, coal is contributing maximum in power generation. That is 52% of power is getting generated by coal as a fuel. And burning of coal results in carbon emission of carbon dioxide, which is further causing global warming. Here we need to look at how we can reduce the global warming. We need to maintain temperature within 1 to 1.5 year, 1 to 1.5 degrees Celsius to reduce global warming. How? What are the alternatives to coal? Here we understand coal is a major contributor. We don't have any alternative to coal as of now. But there are ways by which we can achieve this decarbonization. Hydrogen is one of the solution we have for achieving decarbonization. Renewable energy is contributing a lot now. We are having increased focus on renewables, solar, wind, battery energy storage solutions, nuclear power. There are few ways by which we can reduce carbon footprint. We can achieve decarbonization. In August 21, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, announced a plan of India to become a global hub for hydrogen production and exports through National Hydrogen Mission. Hydrogen is emerging as an important source of energy. It has zero content, carbon content, and non-polluting source of energy. Further types of hydrogen, like we understand that hydrogen is one of the way to achieve decarbonization. But further in hydrogen also there are types of hydrogen available depending on source from where hydrogen is getting generated. We talk about green hydrogen, gray hydrogen, blue hydrogen, turquoise hydrogen. So looking at the source, gray, blue, turquoise, they are being generated by burning methane or coal. Turquoise by methane, but still they are adding carbon footprints. So we need to look for solution. We understand hydrogen is one of the solution, but we need to look for carbon free source. So green hydrogen here is the one which we can utilize as a future fuel. Green hydrogen, which we can say it's a clean fuel having zero carbon emissions. How it is generated? We understand that if we burn coal, methane, I mean, we will get different forms of hydrogen. But how we can get green hydrogen? It's a clean fuel. How we can get it? Green hydrogen. Why it is green? Because it is clean. We get it from renewable sources of energy. We look at solar. I mean, we are generating this hydrogen through the process of electrolysis. Power generated by solar renewables is used to power electrolyzers. In electrolysis process, we are separating water H2O into hydrogen and oxygen, which is further hydrogen which is getting generated is stored in hydrogen tanks. From hydrogen tanks, from storage tank, it is further utilized for various applications, aviation, marine, uh, for various application it can be used. So now we have generated green hydrogen, which can further be utilized for producing electricity. Like we have generated green hydrogen, we can run it, blend it with natural gas, we can run gas turbine, we can further generate electricity. So we are reproducing electricity by using green source of energy. We have generated hydrogen using renewables, and further we are using green hydrogen for powering up gas turbine after blending it with natural gas, and then further we are generating energy. So this is one of the way to reduce carbon footprint if we talk about. But if we are talking about hydrogen gas from renewable energy, we can use electrolyzer. But who are the electrolyzer providers basically? Who are the OEMs who are manufacturing OEMs who are manufacturing electrolyzers? So here Siemens is also contributing in global decarbonization drive. We have uh, we are offering a solution like Silyzer, we called as Siemens electrolyzer, which can be offered for reducing carbon footprints, for generating hydrogen, green hydrogen, based on the requirement, kg per hour hydrogen required. It can be offered in various models, 24 module, 24, 12 modules. If you want 332 kg of hydrogen per hour, we can offer 24 modules. If we need lesser quantity of hydrogen, there are 12 modules of hydrogen electrolyzer is available. So Siemens is also contributing in decarbonization drive and have a solution ready to offer. A lot of Indian companies, they are also leading this green hydrogen revolution. NTPC, GAIL, Reliance, IOCL, L&T, to name a few. These all five companies have invested huge amount of money. Their objective is to achieve decarbonization before 2050. We understand there are a lot of benefits associated with green hydrogen. It's a clean fuel, carbon free fuel, but still it's not in use. We are still dependent on coal as a for power sector. Coal is the only major fuel. 52% is contributing in power generation. Why green hydrogen is not in use? Because a lot of commercial challenges are involved in green hydrogen, starting from production to end use. Even if we talk about production, then we have to go through electrolysis process, then further steam reforming, fermentation, all the different methods are involved. Transportation, it has to be transported either through tube trailers, pipelines, or liquid hydrogen tankers. Storage, either it can be stored in compressed form or on-site in bulk form. Further end usage, I mean, that is again a challenge for us. In production, one of the challenges, low lifetime of electrolyzer. Though electrolyzers are available, good companies, all the major companies, they are offering electrolyzer as a solution, but the life of electrolyzer is not much. It is less than 5 years as of now. So there is a lot of work is going on to improve the life cycle of electrolyzers. Further, looking at the transportation part, hydrogen, green hydrogen, which we are generating, has to be first converted into liquid hydrogen. Then it has to be transported, stored, and transported after blending it with natural gas. So it can be transported, but it has to blend with natural gas first. Transportation is again a cost. Uh, cost related challenges are involved. It's a huge cost. Storage of hydrogen, if we talk about, then hydrogen being having a low specific gravity, it is difficult to store hydrogen. Material in which hydrogen is stored, there is possibility of chemical reactions. So, and then if we store bulk hydrogen for longer duration, then again we need to purify hydrogen before use. It gets contaminated. So challenges is associated with storage of hydrogen also. Then further, if we look at end use, we have limited specialized workforce and high operational costs are involved. So it is difficult to use hydrogen for end use as of now. Even we don't have much of knowledge on design and ROI of hydrogen. So still work is in progress, and we understand we may overcome these challenges. Hydrogen could be a promising fuel. We talk of renewables also contribute a lot in terms of reducing carbon footprints. In fact, renewables are playing major role in India. India, in fact, is at fourth global position for generating renewable energy. World largest renewable energy drive objective is to achieve 175 gigawatt by the end of 2022. Renewable energy in India is having share of around 26% as of now, including solar and wind, and achieve record low solar tariff of less than rupees 2 per unit. So renewable is also contributing a lot, and increased focus is there on renewable sector. Further, one more solution which we can say battery energy storage solution is a promising solution which we can via which we are storing energy in electricity generated by wind or solar. It is not always available, so we need to store that energy. Batteries support carbon free energy production. Basically what we are doing here, we are using, in fact Siemens is also offering a solution, battery energy storage solution with black start capability. What we are doing here is we are having a battery bank. Here we are generating power through renewable energy. From renewable energy it is coming to battery energy storage. Then from other forms of energy, if you talk about gas turbine or for coal-based power plant or from grid, excess power is getting transferred to battery energy storage solution, where it is getting stored, and in case of need, it can be transported back to for end use. Further, if we talk about limitation of this solution, it is a very viable solution, in fact, but one of the limitation is battery capacity. If I talk about batteries have limited capacity and can store power for some less duration. So that is one of the challenge we have as of now. So we are also having some innovation in this, and we are doing something. We have developed this solution, and in fact, a lot of OEMs are offering battery energy storage solution. As of now, the range available is around 200 megawatt of capacity, which can provide a power backup of around 5 hours. So battery energy storage solutions can, I mean, whatever power is getting generated can be used for end usage. Then these are the companies who are offering battery energy storage solutions: Siemens, ABB, Tesla, LG Chem, Fluence, to name a few. Yeah. So further, we can say nuclear power is one of the promising fuel, which we can say it can help us in achieving decarbonization. But then India nuclear power is having installed capacity of around 7,000 megawatt. That is, to be precise, 6,780 megawatt, which is contributing 2% of power generation in India. But it is having a lot of limitations as well. Like it is very expensive. It can help in reducing carbon footprint, but the savings made here is temporary. Storage of raw material, uranium, exposure of radiation is there, fuel availability, nuclear waste, impact on human life, all other challenges associated with nuclear power plant. Even though we understand these are all solutions available, we can finalize, I mean, we can think of only few solutions which we can utilize. If we talk about like hydrogen, we talked about green hydrogen. We can utilize gas-fired gas turbines with green hydrogen instead of coal power plants. If you use gas-fired hydrogen gas turbines, it reduces carbon emissions by 25 to 50%. Additionally, we can remove, we can, instead of using simple cycle units, we can use combined cycle plants, like steam plants in combination with gas fired turbines. can help further in reduction of 23%. So these are the possible ways in which, like, if we opt for hydrogen gas turbine, can be an alternative to coal waste plants, or can we run in conjunction with gas turbines with hydrogen blending with natural gas. Um, Further, we can achieve reduction by 23%. Then one of option we discuss is renewable energy, that is solar or wind, along with battery energy storage solution, in which energy which is getting generated via renewable energy getting stored in battery energy storage solutions. So it is getting stored, and when needed, it can be supplied for end usage. So these could be the promising fuels because looking at the power requirement of India, we understand that huge dependency is there on steam power plants. So, I mean, immediate alternative to steam power plant is not there. Looking at the mass of volume of power required, hydrogen-based gas turbines, and then renewable energy along with the battery energy storage solutions could be the possible solutions to bank upon. This is all on what is happening in power sector in terms of decarbonization. A lot of innovation, lot of development has happened. If we talk about hydrogen gas turbines, um, we already have gas turbine. In fact, a lot of OEMs have already manufactured hydrogen-based gas turbines, and maybe up to 2030 is a target that gas turbines could be operated with 100% of hydrogen. As of now, hydrogen gas turbines, we do call it as hydrogen gas turbine, but it is blended with natural gas. Here, mixing is 20% hydrogen, then balance is compressed natural gas. Then further, there is one more alternative, 30% hydrogen and natural gas. But trials are on. Trials are on making 100% hydrogen-based gas turbine. And once target is 2030, by 2030, it is possible that we may have 100% gas turbine which can be operated with 100% of hydrogen. Coming to digitalization portfolio, what are the developments in terms of digitalization in power sector? Looking at earlier solution, what we were offering as conventional transformer. If we talk about power transmission, these are just basic power conventional transformers. A lot of innovation has happened in power sector in terms of digitalization. A lot of sensors have been added. This transformer has been made IoT connected transformer. Then further the data which is captured being taken to cloud. Then in cloud doing a lot of real time data analytics, such that we can do a lot of previous predictions. We can take corrective actions in case required. We can do predictive maintenance. So here we call it as transformer. We call it as senseformer. Why? Because we have added a lot many sensors. We made it digitalized. Now it's an IoT based transformer. Based on sensors we have added in transformer, it is classified in various, uh, I mean, models. I mean, we can say it's a basic transformer, enhanced productivity, or advanced intelligence. If we talk about basic, it is just measuring few parameters: oil level, load, top oil. It is just measuring basic parameters. If we talk of advanced intelligence transformer or transformer, it is measuring all the critical parameters. Based on application, we can offer the solution. So it is also playing very vital role in times like COVID, where people cannot travel. So here you can, just an app is there which you can install on your mobile or on laptop. You can download the software. Just need to add the asset ID. Just by adding an asset ID, you can see entire parameters of transformer. It can do active overload prediction. Accuracy is huge. I mean, whatever data is going to cloud platform, we can see, we can analyze the data, we can know the accurate behavior prediction we can make for transformer. It is having a lot of other features. It can like you can add a GPS. You can know the location of transformer, where the transformer is located. We can do real-time imaging assessment of transformer. We in case of any component parameter going way beyond the requirement, we can take predictive action. We can replace the component. So real-time aging we can predict, and we can take corrective action, replace the component, and then we can increase the life of transformer. So digitalization has played a very vital role in power transmission sector, distribution and generation as well. So here, if we talk about power transmission substation equipments, looking at gas insulated switchgear or air insulated switchgears, all the substation products have been digitalized now. This is what not only Siemens, in fact, other OEMs, they have also done a lot of innovation to meet digitalization requirements in power sector. There is a big impact. In fact, if you opt for digitalization, we can uh, do a lot. I mean, it is a need of an hour, you can say. Then, if we talk about gas insulated switch gears, GIS. Earlier, it was just a conventional GIS. Not much of data was we were able to predict, though it requires very low maintenance. But still, then there's a need. We can do some overload prediction, or we can do real-time analysis, age prediction. We can do in GIS. Similarly to air insulated switch gears, challenge with air insulated switchgears or circuit breakers, CTPD is it is difficult. I mean, maintenance requirement is high. So here, this solution is playing very vital role. We can add sensors, we can take data to cloud, we can do real-time analytics. By sitting in remote location, we can understand the performance behavior of equipment. We can take corrective action in case of any failure. We can immediately reach out to site, or we can predict the failure. We can immediately replace the component. Further, augmented reality and virtual reality has also played a very vital role. We have also done a lot in terms of AR and VR in power sector. If we look at virtual reality, a solution offered virtual reality, uh, we have product. I mean, it's in. We have worked upon a solution. The solution is there, and in which equipment is given to the operators for training on operation and maintenance of turbines, or let's say any product, wherein a person needs to wear the equipment, just like shown in this figure. It is like classroom training. A person can be trained on all the parameters, all the stepwise training can be done on operation and maintenance front. Person can be trained from all the steps, and not only one person, a group of people can be trained via this equipment. No need to travel to site or to factory for training. And instead of only few people traveling to factory or to site for training, we have number of people who can be trained via classroom sessions. It is having complete simulation in which stepwise training is there, how to do complete operation and maintenance, and in case of any repair, how to do a repair for a component. A trial is done on turbines. So uh, it is a very promising solution. So this is one in terms of virtual reality. In augmented reality, we had done a lot. I mean, we had developed a solution in which, in case expert is sitting in a different country, let's say expert is sitting in a different country, Germany, and the equipment is installed in remote location, and any breakdown happens. Here, operator can immediately connect with the expert, product expert remotely, and then can take the equipment near to take the device, smart device near to the equipment, and can do the corrective, take the corrective action to do the repair or to do the O&M. So here, with the just few clicks, we can do the complete repair and O&M by using augmented reality powered by Siemens. So this is a brief what we had done in terms of digitalization in power sector. We are contributing. We are our objective is to meet decarbonization objectives, and increase our share in digitalization contribution in power sector. So this is brief from me on digitalization and decarbonization front in power sector. So thank you, and this is all from my side. Now I request Mr. Purav to start with the session.
Thank you so much, Naveen. It was indeed a very wonderful session. You covered it very well. And you know what? Decarbonization is something which is the next big thing. It is not for, I would say, it is for the nation. It is for the benefit of all. So we should start focusing on decarb. And for all the engineers, the students who are watching this, start reading a lot about what decarbonization is. It is extremely important. So I hope you had a nice session with Naveen, and let's get on to something which is not technical. Okay, I'm not going to talk technical, but whatever I'm going to talk, believe me, it is extremely important, not only for all the students who are watching, but even if we have in the audience people who are already in their professional journey, this is equally important for them as well. So let me start sharing my screen first, and then we begin with the session. Okay, perfect. Here we are. Okay. Yeah. So I'll start with a story of a school going child. But before I do this, let me tell you what am I going to share with all of you. Okay. We are going to talk about campus to corporate, your next step in the corporate world. And not only your next step, but also your corporate journey. And I'll tell why I want to share this. During the session, you will realize why is this so important for all of you. So let's start with a story. And this is a story which is applicable to all of us. Each and every one of us has gone through this. The first 12 years of our journey in the school, we used to go to school for 12 long years. And you know what? The only target was secure a first rank in the class. That was the only target. So every day we were told that you have to get a first rank in the class. The relatives, the family members, the friends, all of them were running after securing the first rank. And one fine day, this school-going child secured a first rank in the class. And he came running to his mom. See, mom, I have got a first rank in the class. So his mom looked at the mark sheet. And when she looked at the mark sheet, she said, my son, you could have done better in some other subjects as well and scored some more marks. So he was confused. My targets are changing. I was told to secure a first rank. I got a first rank, but now my targets are changed. When he took his mark sheet to his dad, this innocent child was waiting for some appreciation. And his dad said, son, you should also focus on some extra activities. The famous dialogue, Sharma ji ka ladka cricket team ka captain hai. What are you doing? So this innocent child was like, oh, now I have to focus on something else. But with all the hard work, all the training to secure the first rank, running after the first ranker of the class, this innocent child also scored a very good score in the 10th standard. And as we score something better in the 10th standard, the next obvious step is 12th science. And this innocent kid opted for 12th science. He opted for the science stream. And because of his habit of working hard, focusing on the subjects, focusing on the textbooks, he also secured good marks in the 12th standard. Like many of you. And the next step for him was get into engineering. And that is what he did. And someone in the family said, mechanical engineering is the best. Mechanical is evergreen. All the mechanical engineering students will be able to correlate with this. Get into mechanical engineering. And he took that decision. Who was driving the decision? The people around him. He was not driving his journey. Somebody else was driving his journey. So he got into mechanical. Where? Which college? There are many best colleges in the country. You should get there. Why? I don't know why. But they are the colleges at the top. And you should get there. and he got into a good college. As soon as he started his engineering journey, the next target was secure a distinction in all the years of engineering. And because he had a habit of working hard, burning the midnight oil with the textbooks, he got a distinction in all the years in engineering. But while he was about to finish his engineering, somebody in the family said, masters to karna padega. You have to do masters because masters will help you get a good job. So he got into masters. Somebody else took a decision for him. He got into masters. And as soon as he entered the journey of post-graduation, his only target was campus placement. I have to get a job in the campus placement. And this innocent child continued working hard. And when he completed his master's, he had got 2 certificates. One certificate of mechanical engineering and one certificate of master's. With the 2 certificates, he started his job search, or he started the campus drive. His qualifications defined what profile he should take. And his qualification was because of others. He had no decision in all his education journey. He had no influence on it, or very less influence. But his career started based on the certificates that he got. So his qualifications defined what should be the next step. His job profile was defined by the certificates. And he continued his journey for long. Why these 14 years I have mentioned, I will tell you. He got a job in a multinational company. But as soon as he got a job in the multinational company, the race continued. The race for increments and promotions. Monthly target, quarterly target, yearly target. At the end of the year, increment. How much increment? What everybody else is getting. Maybe 1 or 2% here and there. Maybe more or maybe less. But that was the only target. And the next target was promotion, position. Why? Because everybody around me is running after promotion, around positions. I should have a designation, a senior designation. That is what is the need of an hour. The entire crowd is running. And let me tell you, this is my story. And that's why I have mentioned the years. This is my story. And it was very late in my journey. I realized, why am I running? And when I started reflecting on my journey, and I would advise all of you, all the students who are here, just think, try to be different and reflect on your journey, why you are where you are today. And when I started reflecting, I correlated my journey with the story of an elephant. This is a very famous story, maybe not real, but the story is not real, but the concept is applicable. A baby elephant is tied with a thin rope and it tries to break the rope, but it cannot break the rope because it is small. It doesn't have the strength to break the rope. And after all the efforts it makes, it fails. It cannot break the rope. When the baby elephant grows into an adult elephant, this rope doesn't change. Sorry. This rope is not changed. But even though the adult elephant has all the strength to break the rope, it never tries to break the rope. It never tries to break the rope. You know why? It is programmed. It is programmed, and mentally, in the subconscious mind, it has started believing that the thing which is tying me cannot be broken. And it never tries to break the rope. This is our story. This is my story. And I am sure many people will correlate with this. We all are programmed since childhood. It is nobody's fault. But we are driving our journey based on someone else's limitations, based on someone else's failures. And you know why do we do this? We are always told to stay in the crowd. Do what others are doing. Do not do anything new. All these students, my request to all of you, think, are you just following the crowd? Are you following to score good grades because then you are eligible to appear in the campus placements? Is this the only thing that you are doing? Then let me tell you, if you are part of the crowd, you will only get what the crowd is going to get. You will not get anything different. Crowd has the highest competition, and crowd gets the average outcome. The outcome when you are in a crowd is average or below average. The competition is highest. I was always running after the first rank in the four walls of my college, in the four walls of my school. This is a well of death. It was very common in circuses in the past. The target of the people in the well of death, there were bikers and car drivers. Their only target was to stay on the walls of the well. And for that, they had to drive fast. That was the only target. They don't know what is happening outside the well. And this is what happens when we are in the education journey. We struggle to fight, or we fight to stay ahead within the four walls. And as you come ahead of everybody, by working hard, the person behind you also starts working hard. And you keep fighting internally. You keep competing. Why do we compete? We have been told that opportunities are scarce. You have to grab the opportunities, else someone else will take the opportunities. That is the biggest myth. There is no lack of opportunities. But why is there a lack of opportunities? Why are we trained or programmed? Why the scarcity mindset? Because we are part of the crowd. If you stay with the crowd, definitely opportunities are less, because the entire crowd is running after same target. I am not asking you to come out of your journey. Within the journey, change your tracks. Don't keep running on the same tracks for the same target. The rat race. Most of the professionals, including myself, I was part of the rat race. I would say I'm still part of the rat race. I'm trying to come out of it. Because in a rat race, even if I win, I'm still a rat. Nothing changes. I have to do justice to whatever I'm doing. As a professional, I have to do justice. But you know what? If you want to contribute more to your organization, think different. Think out of the box. Deliver more value by doing different things. Don't do anything which is not compliant. Similarly, in the college, follow the process, but do something smarter. Do something smarter to get different results. And when I reflected on my journey, this is what all I could compile. These were the mistakes that I was making. And in 2019, I conducted my first lecture for students. It was in the college from where I graduated. When I conducted the lecture, I got questions from the student. The lecture was on this, how to manage the transition from campus to the corporate. And at the end of the session, the kind of questions that I got were the same questions which I, as a student 15 years ago, which I had in my mind. The students' thought process was not changing. The industries have disrupted, the technology is disrupting, but the thought process, nobody is working on the thought process. And this is what you have to start doing. Change the mindset, change the programming. Look at all the startups. There are startups coming each and every day, and we say there are no opportunities. They are coming with new ideas. Where are the ideas coming from? Start thinking. So when I conducted my first lecture in 2019, it was January, just the beginning of 19, I realized I should go back and help the students. They should not commit the same mistakes as I am committing. And many people like me are committing. And for me, it is not only my duty, but a way of giving back to the society. I started a mission called Mission 10 Million in January 2019. And with this mission, I want to influence the campus to corporate journey of 10 million students. And here I would like to thank NTPL for giving me this opportunity from where I can reach more and more students. So thanks for this platform. With my mission, I want to transform the campus to corporate journey of 10 million students by making it faster, better, smoother, and more fulfilling. I don't want you to commit the same mistakes as I have committed. And many people are still committing. So this is where I started my mission. I will quickly run you through who I am. Okay. So I'm the founder of Mission 10 Million. I founded it in 2019. I wrote my first book in 2020, a book for students, because I wanted to increase my reach. Physically, I cannot reach each and every student. But yes, with my book, wherein I have shared my journey, wherein I have shared my thought process and how to change it so that you are ready for the corporate world. And I am active on all social media platforms to spread the message to help students. I'm also working with Siemens since 2006. After finishing my MBA in marketing in 2006, I joined Siemens. I'm a mechanical engineer. And during my journey with the organization, I also completed executive MBA from IIM Bangalore. Thanks to my organization, they supported me. I started my journey as a sales and marketing executive because I was a mechanical engineer. I am a mechanical engineer and I am a master's in marketing. The two certificates defined my job profile. In 2015, I changed my profile to strategy. But that was not a conscious decision. I was still reacting to the situations. I got an opportunity, I took that. But it was at that time in 2015, I started working on myself. What am I doing? Why am I just reacting to the circumstances? I should take charge of my journey. And it was at that time I started thinking and I started exploring and experimenting, taking risks. And currently I am leading digitalization for the region Asia. It has been more than 3 years now. As a mechanical engineer, I am leading digitalization, and that is where I see that my qualifications is not impacting my journey. Yes, it helped me to take the first step, but I should not let that become a limitation that I'm a mechanical engineer, I cannot do anything else. I can do. Education is there to open the opportunities and not close the doors. This is my message to all the students again. Education is there to open the doors. Your qualifications should not limit your job opportunities. Your job opportunities are limited because of your mindset. Start exploring, start experimenting. Before the pandemic, 2019 to 2020, in just 1 year, I visited 40 colleges. I will not go into these details because this is something which is about Mission 10 Million. During the pandemic, almost every weekend, I am conducting webinars for various colleges, various students. That is my passion. I am already associated with many colleges across Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Punjab and Delhi. What I do in Mission 10 Million, I help the students connect with the industry. I organize podcasts When I say I, it is Mission 10 Million. We organize podcast where the students interact with the industry experts over a common platform to increase their confidence and to know what is happening in the industry. As a part of Mission 10 Million, we also have an e-magazine published every month where the articles are written by students, engineering students, MBA students. This is where I am able to reach right now. And they write for the magazine. The website of Mission 10 Million was developed by students. No, I am able to inspire. With my mission, I am also part of the admission panel at Shiv Nadar University. Shiv Nadar is one of the famous universities in Noida. I was in the news at times because of Mission 10 Million. These are the recommendation letters. Why I'm sharing this is I just want to say that when you have a good thought to help someone, then the support comes automatically. Feedback from students. One of the biggest achievements up till now, Mission 10 Million got the Indian Achievers Award in August 2021. Okay, so let's get back to your journey. All the engineers, I assume there are more engineers today who are watching. So this is what is your journey. First year, second year, third year, and fourth year. And there are 2 industrial interventions as a part of the process. Way back in 2003, when I completed my engineering, there were 2 industrial projects as a part of the curriculum in third year and the fourth year. And when I went back to my college, my engineering college in 2015, 2019, I understood it is still the same. Students have 2 interventions. And it was at that time I said, things should change. Because, you know, today you are doing the net practice. You are in a protected environment. And you have to come in the playground. What is the difference? Now, this is extremely important for all the students who are watching. What is the difference? Today, only few people are watching you. They are guiding you, your professors, your teachers, your parents. They are there to correct your mistakes. Unfortunately, you are not taking any risks because you have been told, finish your education first, follow the rules, stay within the boundaries, finish your exams, finish your assignments, attend your lectures. Nothing doing, nothing different. And hence, you do not take any risk in the protected area. But when you come in the ground, people would have told you, once you join your job, once you start your job, your life is set. And then you can start doing whatever you want to do. But you are already programmed not to do what you want to do. How can you start taking risks when you step into the corporate world after 18 years of education? 14 to 18 years of your life you are spending in your education, in the academic journey, where you are programmed, hardwired, and then you are told that 3,000, 4,000, 1 lakh people are watching you. Now you take risks. You can never take risks. Calculated risk. Even that you don't take. You follow the rules. This can happen, this cannot happen. Why? Because people have told me. I have been told you have to do this, nothing else. Start taking all the risks now. It is a good time to fail. I do not say you will not fail in the corporate world, but if you start learning to fail here and bounce back in the corporate journey, whenever you fail, you will bounce back faster. If you ask me, my ability to bounce back after failures was too poor. If I failed, if I did not get the right increment or the promotions which I wanted, I was completely devastated, demotivated. Kya ho gaya yaar? Why did I not get? I performed well. And for a long time, I was buried under the sand. At the end, I had to start working. But the time I took was much larger. If I ask myself now, how am I able to handle the failures more effectively? Why? Because I worked on myself for last 4 years. Since 2015, I have been working on myself. But it was late. And I don't want you to make such a delay in your journey. Start making mistakes. The way we use the smart Google apps, we use Google Map to travel from one destination to another. Whenever we want to travel, we try to see which is the road with the lowest traffic. How can I reach my destination faster? But in the life journey, which is more important than the 2 hours travel, you follow the crowd. No risk taking, follow the crowd. Start using such smart applications in your mind for your life journey. Maybe you might fail once, but that should make you stronger. We have been programmed, we have been said that failing is bad. Trust me, failing is not bad. If you have not failed in the last couple of years, let me tell you, you are not trying anything new. You are not trying anything new. You are not learning. You are not adding value to yourself. So start failing. So my message to all the students here is the traditional way, your 4 years of journey, where you have got 2 industrial interventions. When you know that your next step is the corporate world, after 4 years of engineering, you have to get into the corporate world, or you have to go for further education. Start increasing the corporate interventions. The second line shows the industrial projects that you would be doing in the second, third year, or the final year. What I want all of you to do is increase the industrial interventions. The orange spots that you see on the screen represents industrial interventions. If you make your industrial intervention in the first and the second year, by the time you are in the third year, you would understand what is your interest. And the green spots represents the industrial interventions which are of your interest. Where would you like to take your next step? Why others would drive your next step? You start, you decide your next step. Why limit yourself to the campus placements? Explore outside. Even the companies which are not coming for campus, but those are your dream companies, start connecting with them in your 4 years of journey. Nobody is stopping you. Increase the industrial interventions. When I say increase, I'm not asking to do projects. Do not do projects, but at least start talking to them. Start engaging with them. A lot of time you have got. So my plan for the education system, for your academic journey, is to completely blend it with industrial interventions. And I'm working on it. I'm going to blend the academic journey with industrial interventions. It has to go hand in hand. It cannot go in series that first we will do the theory and then we will start the practical. That is not the way it is working. The world is disrupting very fast. You cannot do things one by one. It has to be done together. And it is possible. You know, it is possible. So I will not do this. This is not something which I would like to take right now. But what I would tell all of you is start your networking journey. Networking with industries, networking with professionals. And one of the platforms today is LinkedIn. There are many other platforms, but for professional networking, today this is one platform which you can start getting familiar with. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, search my name, type Purav Bhatt on LinkedIn, and you will see what I am doing there. And you have to start getting familiar with people. Connect, engage, and network. Create a strong network of professionals, even before you step out of your academic journey. And they will be your mentors, they will be your guides. At every stage in your journey, you will have someone to talk to ask for guidance, not asking for help. Do not type a message on LinkedIn, I want an internship, I want a project, can you help me? That is not how it works. Network with them, engage with them, take guidance. Do not ask for jobs. Be capable to get a job. Be capable to get an industrial internship. And when I say this to students, the only answer is, sir, हमारे पास time नहीं है. Lectures attend करो, projects खत्म करो, industrial projects करो, assignments करो, exam के लिए prepare करो. We don't have time. And when I got this reply from many students, I sat and calculated that where is the time lost. Now, if you do some calculation for yourself, 365 days in a year, do the calculation for the first year. For all the students who are in the first year, see how much time do you have in the next 4 years of journey. For students in the second year, you have got 1000 days to complete your engineering. And break your day, weekends, remove all the weekends, exams, remove all the days you are occupied in preparing for your exams. And if you look at row number, let me just go to my pointer. If you look at row number 600 days, the first year students have 600 days after removing all the days where they are occupied, attending lectures, preparing for exams, everything. Second year students have 400 days and third year students have 250 days. You break these days into 24 hours. If you remove all the time which you want, even then you are left with 2 hours per day. 2 hours of time per day for you after doing all the enjoyment, after watching all the movies, after Netflix. Also, you have got 2 hours. Invest your 2 hours consciously. 2 hours per day is huge time to grow, to be different than the crowd. Start becoming different. Don't follow crowd. And when I say crowd, I'm not talking of your college, not your university. I'm talking of the world. Think big. Look at the bigger picture. Start taking consistent actions every day. If you go to college, attend all the lectures, 100% attendance. If you score good in all the exams, if you complete all the projects on time, and if you do your industrial projects, after doing all this, you are in the row 1. 1:365, because everybody is doing this. 1:365 is 1. At the end of the first year, at the end of 1 year, you are still at the same place where others are. Because everybody is attending lectures, everybody is completing assignments, everybody is giving exams, everybody is doing the industrial projects. But if you put point or total 1% more effort every day, 1% more effort every day, at the end of the year, the result is huge. You are already different than the crowd. Start making consistent efforts every day. Do not delay. Whether you are a student, you are a professional, you are a teacher, you are a professor, whosoever you are, start making 1% change in your life every day and see the impact at the end of the year. Start writing your goals. Who do I want to become? A changed person? Yes. Changing mindset. So that's it from Mission 10 Million from Purav Bhatt. We are here to bridge the gap between the campus and the corporates. That is what we are doing. Bridging the gap with Mission 10 Million. That is the target. Now we are open for questions. So may I request the organizers to tell me if there are questions, else I am done. Thank you so much. If there are any questions, even for Naveen on the decarbonization part or on campus to corporate, we are here to take your questions.
Yeah, NPTEL team, Mr. Balaji.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Purav has completed the session, so just want to know in case of any questions.
Sir, you are on mute if you are speaking.
No, I'm just checking the response sheet. There were just some feedbacks were there. Yes, sir. Sir, we are done, sir. We are getting lots of good feedbacks were coming. You can see in the sheet. With that, we can conclude, I guess. You can give the conclude remarks and we can close.
Perfect, sir. Naveen, would you like to give some remarks, some closing remarks? Then I'll follow once you give.
Yeah, thanks to Purav for sharing such an enriching session, and thanks to NPTEL team for giving us an opportunity to present on what latest trends going on in power sector or journey of student from campus to corporate. So looking forward for such more sessions. We have lot more topics on which we can share what is going on in power sector other than digitalization and decarbonization. So thanks again for sharing this opportunity. Yeah, Pura, please go on, please.
Thanks, Naveen. Thank you so much. Thanks, team NPTEL, Mr. Balaji, and the entire team for giving this opportunity. This doesn't end here. Okay, I would just mention one thing. It is not about one session. It is not about one webinar. It is not about one live session. It is about the journey. So stay in touch. We are always here to help. We are always here to support. With all our experience, we can add some value to the students, to the people who are willing to approach. So would be always ready to be back on the next session whenever it is. And for everyone who is watching, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube. I use social media to promote the mission and to help people. Social media is not a waste of time for me. So you can connect with me there. Thank you so much, team NPTEL, and to the audience also. Thanks for watching.